Austin. How are you?
Hello.
Hi,
I'm
how are
fine.
you?
I'm great.
Wonderful,
I'm
wonderful.
fine. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So thank you for joining me from Cameroon. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, I wanted to catch up with you first of all after the wonderful performance yesterday of the Leone Stars. So first of all, let me say congratulations. We're all excited. We're all happy, and you guys have done an amazing job.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Wonderful. So tell me, what's the spirit right now in camp? I mean, with you guys, the players, how are things right now with you guys?
Interesting. The camp, the spirit is buoyant. You know, after the performance yesterday, we are elated. We're very proud of what the boys did. And we are eagerly looking forward to the second match. And of course, we had a cooling off period today. Mm-hmm. The boys didn't train. We did some post-mortem of what happened the last match. Some areas where we felt we had to do more. And, you know, everybody, the accompanying delegation, supporters, government ministers, parliamentarians who accompanied the team, everybody was happy. You know, we had a daunting task. It was a tall order.
Very tall.
To play the defending champions who have gone 36 matches unbeaten. Only Italy. Yes. So it was difficult. You know, the pundits, the bookmakers wrote us off completely that we are complete underdogs. And, you know, these guys will trample over us. And then we knew we had to come out of that prescription they gave us. Or rather, or how they, we had to come out and, you know, so we are determined, and their mentality was strong and the confidence level was high.
That's amazing. That's wonderful. You know, it's obviously the euphoria, the excitement at camp with you guys, with everybody that's there with you guys, and across the world. Of course, you know how crazy people went back home yesterday. They're straight up. Some people are still asleep since yesterday, you know, so the excitement is beyond belief. You know, this is amazing. It's an amazing feat. You know, it's an amazing feat, and the world over. In fact, that game yesterday was officially the official start of AFCON 2021-22, you know, because that's, I mean, everyone around the world is talking about that game. And Sierra Leone has finally stamped itself in the global psyche of top level sports performance. And I can't say any, I mean, the excitement is beyond belief, you know. The players, let's talk about a star has been born in Mohamed Kamara, the goalkeeper. Jesus. That young man, I mean, basically, everywhere you turn around the world, pundits, you name it, all those who are written Leone Stars off. Now everybody's heaping praises, and obviously, well-deserved. What's Mohamed's state of mind right now? Tell us about Mohamed.
Oh, you know, he has a quiet disposition. Okay. He's a fervent Muslim. He's a cleric.
Okay.
Oh, yes. And he plays for one of the oldest clubs in Sierra Leone, Eastern Lions.
Right.
They are the defending champions. And Mohamed saw us through the qualification. We played 6 matches. And he was in goal for all those matches, including the crucial game in Conakry,
Guinea,
where we got the qualification. Back home, people, when we sent invitations to Sierra Leoneans all over the world, even those who had dual citizenship, like what Steven Caulker and the rest did, they were urging us, go around the world and search for goalkeepers. Search for goalkeepers. In the United States, we have two goalkeepers, 6 feet something, 6 feet something. And people were apprehensive about his height, taking him to the Nations Cup, back home. But then we had to settle for him. And we gave him the confidence that you are going to this is a bigger stage.
Right.
So so he went to the game full of confidence, and he stood to the game plan, because we knew we cannot play a high line with Algeria. They have fast forwards. We knew they had Mahrez. We knew they had all the superstars.
Yes.
So even when we played, like just after the attacking third, and he came to the midfield, we asked him to play the role of a sweeper. That was difficult for him in the practice sessions, but he mastered it, that he should play the role of a goalkeeper sweeper. And that was what you saw yesterday, that even when the Algerians were sending the long and high crosses behind our lines, he was there to intercept.
Yes, I mean, he was beyond spectacular, because, I mean, one save after the next, after the next, after the next. The guy was unrelenting. I know the Algerians are sitting there wondering, where did this guy come from? And just to put things into perspective, you mentioned people saying, go search, you out there and search for a goalkeeper. And I'm glad you guys settled for him, because, again, it's not always about these guys out here with big names and stuff like that. Sometimes you'll find a diamond in the rough, like Mohamed. And Mohamed is reminiscent of Brahma Atuga Kamara, by the late Brahma Atuga Kamara. Atuga was, the quintessential goalkeeper, the legendary goalkeeper for Sierra Leone. And that's what this young kid reminded me of yesterday, So, I mean, he got the man of the match. Obviously well-deserved. In a game where you had major superstars like Mahrez, I mean, come on. Mohamed Kamara shone and came right through. We have Steven Caulker, K. Kamara, guys like that. It's simply amazing, just simply amazing. The defenders were also spectacular yesterday, right? Kevin Wright, stuck onto Mahrez like white on rice. Steven Caulker was Steven Caulker was unbelievable. I mean, this guy, you name it. I mean, this is and I'm glad it took due diligence with you guys as administrators. You the vice president of the Sheriff Football Association, Mr. Thomas Daddy Brahma, who's the president, a very well-versed man in the business as well. I'm just glad you guys were able to sit down and use, let me not say comments, but like the real strategy, come out with the best strategy to approach this. It wasn't an easy task, obviously, going up against Algeria. Defending champions,
no, it wasn't.
Defending champions, and like you say, everybody ruled Sierra Leone out. In a way, I posted right before the game. I said, in the law of averages, Algeria was due for a defeat or a draw, and that's my post. It's right there on Facebook before the match. So it's not like I'm claiming something which after the match, after the fact. I said in the law of averages, they're due for a loss. So but we came close because we had a goal that was disallowed, right? They call it offside. They call it offside goal, right? Yes. Yeah. So what's the spirit of the defenders? Let's talk about the defenders. What's their mindset right now? How are they looking at things right now? How are those guys?
Of course, they did pretty well, and they were compact. And of course, the composition of our defenders. I mean, Usman Kake plays in England.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Rice was in England and he's in Holland. Of course, Steven Caulker is in Turkey. He was in Istanbul and loan, but he's still in Turkey. And the captain, Umar Bangua, plays in Zurich in Switzerland. And so we have never used this set of defenders.
Right.
Oh, yes. And so you can see that the chemistry was good.
Yes.
They were cohesive. It was the first time for a major match, even when we played 3 friendlies in Morocco. Steven Caulker was there. I only played 1.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, this was the first time we used that quartet of defenders.
Right.
Yes. But they played well, and they read themselves well.
Yeah, and that's the point, because I think that's where it all counted in the end, that they were able to cover for each other, and where there were lapses, you find the other one, in positions where, and obviously the midfield was also very instrumental as well, in helping out. The Algerians came out in the second half after Sierra Leone shocked them in the first half. Came out, with a crazy barrage of attacks in the second half. But we were able to sustain that. It was one attack after the other, and I'm just glad the strategy was to also contain Mahrez, which was well done. It was well done. I say, kudos to Kevin Wright, man. And of course all the defenders, but like I said, Kevin Wright stuck with him like glue. So I'm just happy that it was a great and I think going forward, I'm not a coach per se, but as we all are, everybody has their own armchair, coaching ability, and then you can say, oh, this going forward, I would think, same strategy going forward, find who the star is and find 1 or 2 of your best defenders and stick on them like glue. Just don't let them out of sight. Don't allow them stay on their strong side. You can see, so you got people who got basic football knowledge out there, and not necessarily ace coaches, but at least those tidbits of information can come in handy. So how about the coaching staff? How's what's the spirit right now? How are they feeling? John Kista and co.
Oh yeah, John Kista and co. Oh yeah. We just concluded a short meeting with them. And they're also happy that the players stuck to the game plan. We watched the tapes of Algeria severally. We watched it over and over. And like we are saying, the Mahrez thing, we knew what he did, and we knew we had to mark him zonally.
Yes. Because
he chose to take on Kevin Wright, so it was a bit good, because we knew. There was a point in time in the match, he switched positions and played on the right, and Kevin went to the right with him. We knew the Algerians, their game revolves around Mahrez.
Right.
Once we kept him, we shut him down, they had to resort to play long passes. And then the defenders anticipated for that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome game plan. Wonderful game plan. Yes. So now we have Ivory Coast next on the 16th, I believe, right? And they should be playing today, playing Equatorial Guinea.
In 15 minutes time,
In 15 minutes time. So yes, I gotta let you go. So you can catch up on that. I also want to watch them as well, because that's a critical game. Ivory Coast is going to be the host for AFCON 2023. Obviously, they're preparing to welcome the rest of Africa, just like Cameroon is doing this year. So they're also they're a strong side, definitely a strong side. They should never be
strong side,
very strong side. And so the task at hand now is to go for a win. I'm not saying a draw. This is not settling for draws. We're going for wins. Sierra Leone basically stamped itself out there as a major footballing power now, definitely, and we're all excited. I'm not going to ask about strategy, because that's something, in terms of the approach for Ivory Coast. Let's leave that to the coaches. Let's leave that to the players.
Of course.
But in terms of what is the feedback you guys get, not just from the fans in Cameroon with you guys, the Sierra Leoneans who travel with you guys, but abroad overall, what's the spirit? How How have you been handling that, the support and the excitement?
Oh yes, the experience back home, and even in Cameroon. Of course, we are in Douala, the second city. We've got newfound friends. The Cameroonians here are supporting us, and all of them have congratulated us one way or the other. All of them, stadium staff, hotel staff, people in the streets, at the performance, So, as I said, the atmosphere is buoyant and everything is looking good.
Wonderful. So yeah. Leading to the qualification, obviously, we took on Nigeria, right, in Benin City.
Yeah.
And they scored 4 goals. We came back and equalized. This is a Super Eagles we're talking about. Super Eagles, right? We equalized with them, right?
Yeah.
So in terms of anticipation, I know we ranked 107th in the FIFA rankings before the AFCON. But, all those are stats. Yeah. At the end of the day, stats are one thing. The reality is how you come out on a given day. On any given day, Sierra Leone has 11 men on the field with the heart and mind to go out there and stand up to anyone. I believe that, I know the pundits, yes, you're going with what's out there. Well, Algeria had won, like you said, 30-something games leading to that, and even won the Arab Cup. The Arab Cup.
Yeah, won it, yes, recently. Yeah. And they defeated Ghana last week by 3-0 because they wanted to play West African side. And so they defeated Ghana 3-0 just last week, before the tournaments, right. So,
yeah, that's simply amazing. And kudos to you. I hope to talk to you again, obviously, because, I don't want to hold you too long. This is just to catch you with the spirit, and so people can get the gist of the hype, the feeling, all that stuff that's at camp right now with you guys. And I want to wish you and the team best of luck in the encounter with the Ivory Coast. Obviously, hopefully I'm able to catch you guys again after each of these matches, because it's essential that we keep this conversation going and keep the fans, the folks out there, clued in as to what's going on. So thank you for taking the time out to talk to me, and obviously I will definitely revisit with you. And it's been amazing. Definitely been amazing.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. And good luck again, like I said.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for taking time out to talk to me. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
Definitely. First of all, a big congratulations to you and the boys for the amazing performance yesterday against Algeria. That was, I wouldn't say unprecedented, but it's one for the ages, if I would say that.
Yeah, I mean, after 25 years of not qualifying for AFCON, not being a part of it, to come in and our opening game being such a tough one against the reigning champions, this year's favourites, it was a tough one. But we believed inside our camp that we could perform. We got some really, really talented guys. Got some really talented guys who also haven't even made the squad. Who have contributed to getting the boys to the tournament here today. And yeah, I just felt that. I only joined up with the squad a couple of months ago, but the spirit inside this camp is the best spirit I've ever been involved in. I've played football for 13 years, up and down the leagues, and this is by far the best spirit I've been involved in. And I feel we reflected that on the pitch yesterday with a hard-earned point. It is only a point, but it's a step in the right direction.
Amazing step in the right direction for sure, because as you said, a quarter century of absence at the AFCON. At the highest level, Sierra Leone football has gone through some major ups and downs over the years, including a FIFA ban, as well as non-play for a number of years. So to put together a team that actually went up against the defending champions at the highest level of football in Africa, is simply amazing. So, and thanks to guys like you, obviously, this is your debut for Sierra Leone. This is your debut at the Africa Cup of Nations. Reminds me of Kevin Prince Boateng for Ghana back in the 2010 World Cup.
Yeah, it's you know what, it's been just such a strange journey for me, because 10 years ago, just short of 10 years ago, I was playing for England at the age of 20, and at that time I couldn't have pictured playing for Sierra Leone at AFCON 10 years later. But life has a funny way of things happening, and I can honestly say, like, I'm proud to be here today. Like, you've spoken about the struggles of the Sierra Leone national team. The country has, of course, had lots of struggles as well, with the civil war, Ebola, Koroma, and so on. In my personal life, I've also had a lot of struggles off the pitch with alcoholism and different forms of addiction. So for this to fit together, to come, for me to be a part of Sierra Leone and come together and represent the people and represent the struggle, is something that I'm proud of. And I really believe, like, yesterday was just the beginning, like, after 25 years of not being a part of a tournament, it's going to be tough, and we know that. It's a really tough group. If we make it out, amazing. But I'm also looking for the future, going, this nation can achieve great things, and we've got a lot of young talent that is just starting to showcase itself now. So I think it's exciting times for Sierra Leone football. That's
amazing. And you mentioned the personal struggles, juxtaposing that with the struggles of a nation, and which is like a great story of two situations coming together for you personally, and then as a nation, and to come out at this stage, they're putting the two together, in the sense that you were able to overcome your struggles. And Sierra Leone is now, rising from the ashes, like I said, from the proverbial phoenix rising from the ashes in itself. And so I'm just happy that you're here with the team. I'm excited. I heard about you being cleared by FIFA to play. I spoke to Cherno, who has a personal relationship with you, and wanted to have that conversation with you. But I said I wanted to wait till everything was in the clear before we could have that conversation. And so here we are talking about this. And so first of all, congratulations on being cleared to play for Sierra Leone. And secondly, thank you for taking the option to step in on the pitch and play and represent the green, white, and blue. So with that, let me switch the conversation over to the play on the pitch yesterday. You were, and of course, I mean, let's not even talk about what Mohamed Kamara, the goalkeeper, did yesterday. So
he was immense.
Yes. So tell me how you felt yesterday from the kickoff to the end of the game. Tell me what was going through your mind.
So firstly, the heat was playing a big factor, I think, for everyone on that pitch. It was hot, and I've spent the last 3 years in Turkey, but that was hot, a lot hotter than I've played in before. So acclimatizing to that was the first step. We had a chat before the game in the change room, and we spoke, just about the spirit, the spirit that we have, and the spirit that I mentioned earlier. I've not seen it in 13 years, and I just felt going onto the pitch that we could offer something. And I feel first half, I thought we were dangerous. I thought we had 4 chances that on another day could have gone in. Second half, I think we got tired towards the end. They obviously had more possession than us and probably created more second half, but I felt like we held strong. And like you mentioned earlier, Mohamed Kamara was immense. And it's, that's, like, for me, one of the most beautiful things to see, and why I'm so proud to be a part of this, is that someone who, up until yesterday, 99% of people around I wouldn't have heard of, and from last night to today, he's everywhere. He's absolutely everywhere, and he deserves every bit of it, because he was immense, and he's put the work in to get there. It's not just a one-off performance. He's really been training hard. So it's so nice to see that for Kamara. but there's also many others as well. And like I mentioned earlier, that's why I'm excited about the future of Sierra Leone football for that particular reason.
Okay, so you talked about others, including yourself. Let's not downplay the amazing performance you put up yesterday. Many critical possessions, especially in the second half when Algeria went on a rampage, in a sense. I said on a rampage because there was a barrage of attacks. And if it wasn't for you guys in the back line, I mean, it would have been 5-6 goals. Several plays where there was one where you had a critical stop, and it's like one of those things where it was like almost slow motion. You could see, and you made a stop, and it was almost effortless. And when I saw it, and for me, it was like, wow, and to think that you're not playing at the English Premier League level, because that was phenomenal. The performance you put up yesterday, personally, and it's not to heap praises on you or whatever. It's just a fact. I see a fact, and I call it out the way it is. To say that you're not playing at the English Premier League level at this stage was almost, I would say, disrespectful. But let's not go there for now. Let's focus on.
No. Listen, it's as I mentioned, like I've had many ups and downs in my career, and what I can bring to this team is experience, and I was able to showcase that yesterday, thank God. And a lot of people a few years ago wrote me off, and I can understand why. I was on the floor, mentally, physically, emotionally. My performances had dropped, and unfortunately, that's sort of the last image people in the UK had of me. I've worked really hard over the last 3 years to change that image. I very much have felt at home in the last 3 years in Turkey. But as I mentioned in a previous interview, I do feel that a move back to England would really sort of complete the circle. It'd be great to be back home with my family, my friends. But for the time being, I'm really just trying to take it one day at a time, one game at a time. Right now, I've got a job here with Sierra Leone. When this job is over, and I hope it's over when we want it to be over on the 6th of February in the final. You never know. But after that, I'll be back to Gaziantep, where I have a job to finish there as well. So it's kind of step by step. Look, I've played for like 13 years, but I'm still only 30. So there's still, let's say, 5 years, hopefully more to go. And, anything can happen.
Well, that's something to look forward to, obviously, because I believe that you have worked your way back to that level of respectability, and accepting the fact that you were at some point in time didn't measure up because your performances had dropped. It's a great kudos to you on that, and definitely I look forward to you definitely coming back full circle back into the Premier League. And to end your career there, in essence. And so, so talking about that, and obviously you used to play for Liverpool way back when, and you went through your issues, your situation, and where you're now playing at the highest level in terms of the AFCON, the Africa Cup of Nations. So many struggles to get to this AFCON, to get it off the ground. Well, you guys are there. The heat situation, you mentioned the heat yesterday, and I did notice where you went down for a few seconds there. Was it the heat that was affecting you there?
No, that was just a bit of experience, just trying to slow the game down. At that moment there, I think we were under the cosh. Algeria were on top, and I thought I need to slow the game down. So yeah, just a bit of experience there, really, to go down. Yeah. So can you see me?
Yes,
FaceTime came up, cut out. Yeah, sorry, yeah. So so that was just a bit of sort of tactical experience, if you like, to go down and sort of buy some time to catch a breather and go again. Got you.
So after the game, what was the spirit in the locker room and with the guys, and how was it been for the last 24 hours since?
It was. Sorry, it keeps coming up. I don't know how to stop it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can ask me again. Sorry.
It's okay. I mean, I'm saying that the spirit after the fact, since yesterday after the game, it's been 24 hours, and what's the spirit like? What's the aura like in camp and with you guys at the hotel and around Douala?
Really good. So after the game, we all came together in huddle. We were very much the underdogs going into that game, and it's easy afterwards for people to say, "Oh yeah, we knew you were a good team. We knew you could cause problems." But let's be honest, before it, everyone had wrote us off. So we only had the belief that we had inside our camp and our family and friends back home. So it really meant something to us yesterday to get off to a good start. So that was nice. That sort of feeling of coming together and going, look, this is it. This is it. This is what the country's waited 25 years for. Now we're up and running. Let's back it up. So we enjoyed yesterday. Lots of music, lots of good vibes. So everyone waking up this morning with a pool session. Everyone obviously still feeling very merry and sort of got that buzz from the game, which was nice. But as the sort of day's gone on, obviously our focus is now turned to Ivory Coast. They're obviously playing this evening. We've watched parts of that, and we'll do some analysis over the next few days. And yeah, we really got to prepare for the next one. You know, as great as yesterday was, 1 point isn't enough to get us out of the group. So we've got 2 huge games, and hopefully, we'll take one at a time, and hopefully we can get the 3 points on Sunday.
Okay, so which is something to look forward to. I did talk to one of the administrators earlier, and I was mentioning the fact that going into the game against the Ivory Coast, I'm expecting a win. We're not looking towards for a draw. Obviously, it's going to be a tall order as well, just as much as it was against Algeria. But a win definitely will put us on that trajectory to go to the quarterfinals, and then beyond that, as you said, February 6th is the goal here. The role that you guys play defensively yesterday against Algeria, obviously there was a game design that you guys stuck to, and one of the key things that I saw yesterday was making sure that Mahrez didn't have any breathing space. I saw the way Kevin Rice stuck to him like glue all the way through. And of course, you guys provided backup support for that. Tell me what it felt like containing Mahrez yesterday.
So, yeah, for me, marking Mahrez, I mean, I was quite happy that Kevin Wright did most of that for us. I thought he did a really, really good job. As you mentioned, we sort of provided the cover beyond that. But yeah, I mean, look, we know that. We know what he's about. We know the talent that he has. I probably played against him in the Premier League as well. I'm not quite sure what year he came, what year I left, but most probably played against him when he was at Leicester. They had a lot of top players on the pitch. So yes, containing Mahrez was a big factor. But they have so many top players that everyone had to be on their toes and everyone had to be focused. And again, to mention our goalkeeper, he had to be on top form, because there were occasions where they were able to get shots off. They had opportunities, but thankfully, it was a good day for us, and it was a day that I believe we deserved. I think the boys put in 110%. We come off that pitch and we were tired. That was a hell of a shit. So as I said, it was a good start, but it's only 1 point.
It's only 1 point, and like I say, success is a journey and not a destination. So not to let rest on your laurels, and not to rest on that, like the excitement. You guys have had 24 hours of celebrating, and now it's time to get back down to business and focus on the next opponent, which is the Ivory Coast. The Ivory Coast is no slouches either. They're a top team. So what's the mindset going into that game?
Well, it's a similar mindset to Algeria. We will respect them. Of course, they're extremely talented individuals. They collectively as a team, they're a strong team. So we will have respect for them, but no more than that. We won't go into them fearing them. We will work over the next few days on our shape, on how best to defend them and how best to exploit their weaknesses. So we feel we're prepared. Not to oversell it, but there really is such a spirit here, and I believe that with that sort of added ingredient of tactics, combined with the spirit, I really believe that we can cause a lot of teams problems here. So we're going to need to be at our best in order to get result, but certainly we'll be aiming for 3. We want to get out of this group, and we know in order to do that, we need to get 3 points.
Yeah, awesome. I don't want to hold you too long. Obviously, I hope to catch up with you again sometime in the future after another victory.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But what's your message to Sierra Leoneans at home in Sierra Leone and around the world? What's your message to them?
Keep praying for us. I hope that we brought a smile to your face yesterday, and I hope that we can put many more smiles on your faces over the next few weeks. We're fighting for you and we're fighting with you, and your support back home means a lot to us. We get so many pictures and videos, and even people who have flown over, coming to greet us, and it really gives us that added motivation. So keep it coming, and I hope that we're doing you proud.
Thank you, Steven. Thank you. I appreciate you and for taking the time to talk to me. And I look forward to catching up with you again.
Yeah, cool. All right, speak soon. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
Take care.